Good morning, cadets. Today I'll be taking up the chapter Kathmandu by Vikram Seth. Two famous temples in Kathmandu. The lesson Kathmandu is a description of two famous temples of that city. One is Pashupatinath temple, the other is Bodhnath Stupa, the Buddhist shrine at Kathmandu. Pashupatinath temple. It is a sign that proclaims entrance for Hindus only. There is much crowd and utter confusion. All sorts of animals roam around through the grounds. There are so many people. They are pushing each other to somehow make their way to the Lord. A group of Westerners claim itself to be Hindus. It struggles for permission to come in, but the police at the gate is not convinced monkeys can be seen fighting. Belief about it and the river. The holy Bagmati flows by side of the temple. It has washerwomen on its bank. There is a small shrine also on the river bank. It seems that half of the shrine is in the river, the other half out of it. The people believe that the whole of the shrine will come out of the river one day. Then the goddess inside will escape. Then the evil period of Kali Yuga will come to an end. Bodhnath Stupa. At Bodhnath Stupa, there is a sense of stillness. There is a road running around the temple. Small shops of Tibetan immigrants stand on its outer edge. There are no crowds here. What the author says about Kathmandu Bazaar. Kathmandu is a crowded place. There are deities in the busiest streets. These streets are crowded with fruit sellers, flute sellers, hawkers of postcards. The shops sell Western cosmetics, film rolls and chocolates. Film songs can be heard, car horns play, cycle bell ring, stray cows low at people. In the marketplace, author indulges himself mindlessly. Then he plans to go back home. He enters a Nepal Airlines office and buys a ticket for Delhi. He comes back to his hotel. About the flute seller. In a corner of the square near the hotel, a flute seller catches his attention. His carefree style pleases him. He does not sell his flute like others. They cry to sell their wares. In fact, flute's music always attracts him. It reminds him of the commonality of all mankind. Different flutes and music. There is no culture that does not have its flute. The deep bansuri is Hindustani classical music. The flutes of South America are clear and breathy. The Chinese ones are high-pitched. The music of the flutes is universal. Its motive force is the breath. It unites all in one single thread of universality. The author's analysis about the bansuri. The author is affected by the phrases on the bansuri. It surprises him. He returns home after a long absence abroad. He did not think earlier of the details and their significance. Now let's take up the question answers. Where did the writer stay in Kathmandu? Which two places of worship did he visit? With whom? The writer Vikram Seth stayed in a cheap room in the center of Kathmandu. He visited the Pashupatinath temple, sacred to the Hindus, and the Bodhnath Stupa, the holy shrine of the Buddhist, with his acquaintance Mr. Shah's son and nephew. Question number 2. What is written on the signboard outside Pashupatinath temple? What does it signify? Outside the Pashupatinath temple, The signboard announces entrance for Hindus only. It signifies that the temple is rigid in maintaining of its sanctity and holiness as a place of worship. This rule is practiced with inflexible strictness to prevent the temple from being treated like a tourist destination. Question number 3. What does the author mean when he say at Pashupatinath there is an atmosphere of fervile confusion? The author makes this remark to imply there is hectic and chaotic activity around the temple. There is a huge crowd of priests, hawkers, tourists, and even animals like cows and monkeys and pigeons roaming through the grounds. Inside the temple, there are a large number of worshippers who jostle and elbow others aside to move closer to the priest. Together they create utter confusion. Why do devotees elbow others inside the temple? There is a large crowd of worshippers inside the temple where everyone is trying to vie for attention of the priests. As some people try to get the priest's attention, they are elbowed aside by others pushing their way to the front. Question number 5. How did the arrival of princes change the situation? At Pashupatinath temple, worshippers were trying to get priests' attention and were elbowing and jostling each other as they pushed their way to the front. The situation changed as princes of the Nepalese royal house appeared. Everyone bowed and made way for her. Question number 6. What did the saffron-clad westerner want? The saffron-clad westerner wanted to go inside the Pashupatinath temple. However, as entry to the temple is restricted to Hindus only, they claimed to be Hindus, but policeman was not allowing them to enter. Why did the policeman stop the westerners wearing saffron colored clothes from entering Pashupatinath temple? The policeman stopped the saffron clad westerners from entering the Pashupatinath temple as the entry of non-Hindus is banned in this temple, and he did not believe that they were Hindus despite their saffron clothes. Describe the fight that breaks out between two monkeys around the temple of Pashupatinath. The author describes that the fight that breaks out between two monkeys in which one chases the other, the monkey being chased jumps onto a shivling, then runs screaming around the temples and finally goes down to the temple or holy river of Bagmati. What activities are observed by the writer on the banks of Bagmati river? The writer observes some polluting activities on the banks of river Bagmati. He notices some washerwomen washing clothes, some children taking bath, and a dead body being cremated on the banks of this sacred river. He also observes someone throwing a basket full of wilted flowers and leaves in the river. Question number 10. Write a short note on the shrine of the stone platform on river bank. There is a small shrine on the banks of the holy Bagmati that flows below the Pashupatinath temple. Half part of this shrine protrudes from a stone platform. It is believed that when shrine will emerge completely from the platform, goddess in the shrine will escape and they will mark the end of Kali Yuga or the evil period. What is the belief at Pashupatinath temple about Kali Yuga? There is a small shrine that half protrudes from the stone platform on the river bank. People believe when it emerges fully, goddess inside will escape and evil period of the Kali Yuga will come on to an end. Writer draws powerful sight and sound images of activities in and around Pashupatinath temple. List the images. The poet draws images of mindless activities in and around Pashupatinath temple. Priests, hawkers, devotees, cows, pigeons, and dogs roam here and there. Devotees elbow and jostle their way to the front as they try to catch the priest's attention in an attempt to get preferential treatment. There is a fight between two monkeys as one chases the other jumping on the shivling. A group of saffron clad foreigners argue to be allowed entry into the temple. Hawkers call out their wares. Animals also add to the noise as monkeys run around screaming. Cows moo and dogs bark, a completely noisy situation. How does the writer describe Bodhnath Stupa? The author gives a brief and vivid picture of Bodhnath Stupa. He admires the serenity and calmness of this shrine. The stupa has immense white dome with silence and stillness as its distinctive feature. There is no crowd even on the roads surrounding the stupa. There are some shops run by the Tibetan immigrants. Question number 14. The Bodhnath Stupa is a haven of quietness in the busy streets around. Comment. The narrator observes a sense of stillness at Bodhnath or Buddhist shrine at Bodhnath Stupa. Its immense white dome is ringed by a road with small shops selling bags, Tibetan prints, and silver jewelry. The quietness of the stupa stands out amidst the busy activities that go on. Thus, the narrator regards this place as a haven of quietness in the busy streets around. How is the atmosphere of Pashupatinath temple different from that at Bodhnath Stupa? The atmosphere of Pashupatinath temple is noisy and chaotic. People jostle with each other, animals mill around, hawkers call out their wares. On the other hand, the atmosphere at Bodhnath Stupa is calm and serene. There are some Tibetan shops, but the huge crowds of Pashupatinath are missing there. There is calm as opposed to chaos near Pashupatinath temple. What are the author's observations about the streets in Kathmandu? The author finds the streets in Kathmandu are vivid, missionary, and religious. Extremely narrow and busy, these streets have many small shrines and some images clad in flowers. There are a number of shops selling Western cosmetics, film rolls and chocolates or copper utensils and Nepali antiques. Stray cows roam about, mooing at the sound of motorcycle. Vendors sell their wares, shouting loudly, and radios are played at loud pitch. In addition, horns of the cars and ringing of the bicycle bells increase this din. 17th question. The writer says, all this I washed down with Coca-Cola. What does all this refer to? All these refers to the eatables that the writer buys and eats on one of the busy streets of Kathmandu. It includes a bar of marzipan, a corn on the cob, roasted in a charcoal brazier on the pavement, rubbed with salt, chili powder and lemon. He finishes off his meal by drinking Coca-Cola and nauseating orange drink. Which is the route from Kathmandu to Delhi that the writer planned to take earlier? Which route does he opt for? Why? The writer had planned to travel from Kathmandu to Delhi by first reaching Patna by bus and train. Then he planned to sail up the Ganges past Banaras to Allahabad, then up to Yamuna past Agra to Delhi. The shorter option taken by the author is to fly via air straight from Kathmandu to Delhi. He changed his plan because he was tired and homesick. Why does Vikram Seth decide to buy an air ticket directly for the homeward journey? Vikram Seth had travelled from China to Kathmandu via Tibet. It had been a long journey and he was feeling very exhausted and homesick. Though his enthusiasm for travelling tempted him to take a longer route to reach back home, his exhaustion and homesickness impelled him to buy an air ticket directly for homeward journey to Delhi. Question number 20. What difference does the author note between the fruit seller and the other hawkers?